Hey everybody, Brett from AstartesGaming here, back with another episode of our RimWorld War Let's Play. So, last episode, we got a new character by the name of Callian, and she's looking to be a pretty decent addition to our colony. She's a great builder. She also has some potential in art, and she can research as well. She's also a great warden slash jailer, and not too shabby in the fight either. She's also an optimist too, which is great. It means it'll be kind of hard to upset her, but she does have a chemical interest, so that could be a minor problem for us. Obviously, we're being raided right now. We've actually been raided between episodes. I don't know exactly how many days I passed through, but we did get raided by a single guy. It was Scotsman, the rancher here. He was actually a decent character, but unfortunately he was killed when he ran at us and got shot, so I didn't bother showing it because it was literally just one guy, and then I think there was a bunch of nothing before and after. So it didn't make for a very good episode. This raid, however, has a lot more people, so I think this will be a more interesting fight. Regarding last episode, there was a bunch of people that got upset when I didn't strip a downed person before killing them. And there was a reason for that, and the reason is I don't want their stuff. I don't know why the assumption is that we just need to loot everything, but their clothes are no good to me. We're obviously trying to roleplay here and wear military uniforms, or in the case of our workers, a very specific worker uniform. So their random, whatever the hell they're wearing, their shoddy pants, I don't want them, whether they're dead man's clothes or not. So there is a reason for that, and the reason is I don't want it. So yeah, if you want an example of that, and this is my reply in the comments to those comments, go look at the Skyrim playthrough and the hundreds of clothes that we have all over the stockpiles in our base. I do not want to repeat that. I have no use for them. And in this playthrough, we can't recycle them either. In that playthrough, there was a bench through the medieval mod that could recycle clothing into materials. This one, we don't have that bench, so they are absolutely of no use to me. So I do not want them. Now then, we got to deal with this raid, but they're not going to be attacking straight away. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draft Petit, and we're just going to have him kind of harass the enemy. Since he's our fastest runner, he is going to just kind of pop in and out, taking shots at them. I think that's Scotsman's Shiv. I don't really have any use for it. There's also Flake here. I'm intentionally letting that deteriorate because I do not want it around my colonists. I don't recall how much of this was up when you guys last saw it, but we've made, I think, a little bit of progress. These rooms are dug out. We have a battery. I think that's new. I'm pretty sure this was here last episode, or it was maybe in progress. It's been a little while, and we're making pretty good headway here. My only concern right now is food, because it is obviously too cold to grow anything, and so we're going to have to make whatever we have currently last, and then kind of scrounge for whatever else we can get. And then beyond that, we're going to need to trade for additional food. Obviously, these caribou would be a good source of meat. So that's something we could consider. And honestly, with the temperature we're dealing with now, we can just leave it outside under a roof. We don't even need to worry about refrigeration. Another thing that we're going to be working toward is some sort of greenhouse so that we can grow food during these times. Hold on, before he takes the shot, let's just kind of take a survey here of what we're dealing with. So we have Tone, the male herbalist, 24 years old. Let's see, male drifter. Okay, you're incapable of firefighting. Ooh, you're pyro. Okay, I don't need you. Not a terrible character, but with the pyromaniac, it's just too dangerous to deal with. Alright. It's a shame. I could use someone who could shoot and build. That's always useful. And craft, too. Bummer. Abram, the defector, age 40. Shooting and medicine is his thing. He's a misogynist, so he's going to cause problems with female characters. He's incapable of dumb labor, which is pretty bad. I don't care if he's incapable of art. And he doesn't like people with chemical interests, and doesn't like drugs either. Not the best. We could make him work, but honestly, I'm not super keen on that particular arrangement of traits and skills. Then we have Alita Shion, or Shion, female oaf. Incapable of intellectual. Fair enough. Psychically deaf is actually pretty good. It means that whenever there's psychic drones, she won't be bothered. Now, when there's the positive one, I always forget what it's called, but she won't benefit from that either. She does have a chemical interest, like a lot of my people do. At least it's not a fascination. And then Green Thumb. Pretty good character. She could be a great farmer for us. She could be like our primary farmer alongside maybe Cooper. Pretty damn good at mining too, with a lot of passion for it. Animals, melee, and shooting. So she's a decent fighter. Yeah, I mean, she's a pretty solid character and fairly young at 24, so we'll try to take her alive if we can. Then we have Vienna. She is 61, so probably not too long for this world. Nervous, pretty slowpoke, incapable of social and art. Okay, could be a lot worse. She's a decent shot. And other than animals, all she's really good for is research. Although with 3 and 4, she could chip in with like mining and stuff. Maybe construction. Smaller projects like walls and things. But kind of limited. We'll see. If she ends up alive at the end of the battle, we'll consider it. And then Doctor, he's the only one they have with a ranged weapon, so he's kind of the biggest threat right now. He's 42. He's a villain. Which... Why is he a villain? He can't haul, which is annoying, but at least he can do other dumb labor. Green Thumb, kind. He's the nicest villain you've ever met. And he also has a chemical interest. That seems to be a theme. He is proficient in melee combat with a lot of passion for it. Pretty good social as well. Decent doctor, but not too keen on it. And then he could be a really good cook. He's also capable of learning how to grow and learning how to research. He's not bad. I was expecting him to be pretty bad when I read villain, but no, he's actually not terrible. He could be like an officer or something. So those 3, I think, are the ones that we'll consider. These 2, I don't think are going to be or have any place for us. Go ahead and shoot at him first, though, because he is the biggest threat with that revolver. Okay, why did you just stop? I guess he lost line of sight or something. Keep your distance. Keep your distance. Are you just gonna keep chasing me? Because I'll send somebody out here to finish you off. Okay, there we go. Stop what you're doing and take a shot. If we can divide and conquer, that works just as well. Nice. Where'd you hit him? Torso, bleeding pretty bad. Really? No immediate danger? That is like a gaping wound. I'm a bit wary about you taking another shot, so maybe don't. Come behind this wall so you don't keep shooting. Are you really not bleeding out? Okay, there we go. Come back. I mean, honestly, if you kill him, I don't care, because this was a character we decided was too dangerous to keep around. In our colony, that is, not... I mean, on the battlefield, too, sure. He's not like a huge threat with just a tomahawk, but... at the same time, obviously, the fewer enemies, the better. Okay, so come back down to here. I know you're getting kind of cold, because we still need to make you guys coats. Actually, some, like, caribou hide coats would be pretty nice. Alright, so come back around here and take another shot. If you want to keep shooting at Tone, that's fine. Nice. He's done. I could probably just get rid of that. That can get hauled whenever. What did you have on? Yeah, just more crap. Most of it's deteriorated to the point where even if it wasn't Dead Man's clothes, they would take a mood penalty for wearing it. Okay, you're getting shot at. Time to leave. He should be able to outpace them pretty easily. Run back to like there. And how are you doing your shivering? Okay, I'm gonna let you go inside then. Oh, they're beginning their assault. You're gonna have to stick around a little bit longer. Callian, why don't you come out here as well? Fleming, I need you out here. Cooper, and Bender. Everybody with a gun, get on out here. We're going to set up in this spot because it's covered from nearly every side. So if they shoot at us, we've got protection. And if they try to run at us, the rocks will slow them down. So your job is going to be to just start taking shots as soon as you can. This wall, unfortunately, is going to make that a problem. I'm worried that Fleming is going to get here too late. Come on, take a shot. Wow. Well, that's a shame. Shattered his pelvis and killed him outright. Where did it... So what does this say? His pelvis was obliterated by Pt.6's masterful sniper rifle bullet. Okay. That's a shame. I thought he could be a decent character. We'll make sure that his pistol gets grabbed, though. Where are you going, man? Okay. Just set up along here, I guess. And feel free to start shooting. Alright, there's another one down. That was another good character, unfortunately. Petty, are you going to keep shooting? No? Well, they'll be back, so you guys are welcome to head inside. Fleming, sorry man, you didn't make it. Alright, well, it's a shame that our guns are so lethal, because I'd love to try to, you know, get some more recruits here. Why are these still here? I need to just dump those outside. Alright, well, we can make some more progress with our base, I guess. We need to mine this out still, and then wall it off. We've got a little bit of the embrasures in. This is all embrasured now. But that does mean that this is essentially an exterior space, which is why I have the vents closed. But we're going to fill this in, and I think I'm going to have coolers right here. So that if we need to cool down the interior of the base during like a heat wave or something, we can do that. And then in the corner, I'm going to put a heater so that we can heat the base if we need to. The issue then just becomes powering all this, because a single wind turbine is not going to be enough to do it. Granted, with some solar panels, it probably would be, but I'm trying to avoid solar panels because that's not exactly in line with the technology we're kind of going for here. We got 3 of them, so there's only 2 left, and then all of you guys can be hunted. And we'll make some caribou skin long coats, like hers. Well, hers isn't caribou skin, but that'll be like our winter uniforms. And I'll have a storage space for those when it's too warm for them. But I think that'll work out pretty well. So what are you working on? Oh, you're cutting stone. Probably don't need to cut any more stone for a while. So when you finish that, I'm gonna... Actually, I guess I can just suspend it now. You're gonna eat insect jelly? I mean, that's your prerogative, I guess. There's plenty of berries around. Plenty of berries. We need to get rid of this junk, too. I'll just move it out into the wilds or something. Okay, we got another knife. Does anybody need a melee weapon? Let's see. I think that's the same thing. What is this one made out of? It doesn't say. Okay, well, we've got plenty of shovels, and then you have your knife. And there's our pistol. We'll need to repair that. I am running various repair mods, but whether or not we can actually repair these, because they're modded, and the repair mods are always kind of finicky anyway, will remain to be seen. Let's make sure that gets hauled out of there. And this will need to get walled off. And that will be the last bedroom in this part of the base. Then we'll have to start working the other way to do the rest of the bedrooms. And I have to decide where we're going to put our greenhouses. I might just do it here. I was thinking about doing it outside, but I can always just remove the overhead mountain here, so that's not really a problem. I don't want to do anything with a solid roof over it, because I always forget where they are. They're under furniture, and that always throws me. The sun lamps require an insane amount of power. So for all of our growing, even though those are more efficient than sunlight, I prefer avoiding the additional... Dude, here, let me do you a favor. He's gonna just keep like circling this wall in the wrong direction. Okay. Do what you gotta do. There should be a very low chance of caribou revenge with that sniper rifle. I don't remember the exact calculation, but I'm pretty sure proximity to the target has something to do with it. So if you're hunting from a distance like this, you should be fine most of the time. Now, if you're going hunting with like, I don't know, like a pistol point blank, chances are they are gonna kind of flip and try to kill you. But there's other factors as well. I think there's like how many there are around. But I think proximity does play a part. And since we don't necessarily have wood to do this right now, let's just smooth it out. And that way, at the very least, like these bedrooms will still be pleasant. Like this one's not the worst. That one's bad because it's dirty. Yeah, sorry guys, I'll try to get you some warm clothes soon. As soon as you butcher these, we will be able to, you know, turn them into coats. Speaking of which, Grace, what are you doing? Why aren't you cooking? Cleaning dirt. Did I spend this? No. So what's the holdup? Perfect. Just needed to refresh her AI. So how are we doing here? This room is almost done. And we'll need a wooden door there. Do I have enough for a wooden door? I do. Yeah, I'm just trying to be stingy with the wood right now because it's going to be hard to come by for a while. We did plant a tree farm, but they're going to grow really slowly because of the cold. So we might not have any yield from that for a while. And I gotta decide what I want to mine out next. I might go the opposite direction and do these bedrooms and, you know, worry about that first. Because this is gonna be the, like, medical bay. And that isn't super necessary right out of the gate. As long as we have, like, clean bedrooms. Treating people in their own bedrooms is not the worst thing in the world. So there is that. This was going to be Bender's, like, office. His officers' quarters, I guess, where we're going to put the research stuff. And that is definitely not immediately necessary. So let's see. 55 caribou leather. What do we need for a coat? Long coat. 55. Wow. Couldn't have been more perfect. So, long coat. Do I need to specify? They might make it out of squirrel skin, so I probably should. I'm going to try to save the squirrel skin for other stuff. So I'm going to say clear all, caribou leather, and who's my best crafter? I'd be tailoring. So I need to say probably minimum 8. I could say minimum 6, and then Fleming might do it. He's probably too busy though, so I'm just going to say minimum 8. I don't think I need to specify. Well, I'll just say 6, and whoever does it, does it. But it's probably going to be Petit regardless, because just based on the priorities and stuff. And are you wearing anything under that? Just some tribal wear, which is also dead man's clothes. We're going to get rid of all that crap as soon as we can, but in the meantime, she has to wear it, just so she's not naked or freezing. So, I also need to make her a uniform, but I'd rather make the uniforms out of cloth. I don't want to waste like a specific material that I can't like not a renewable resource, I guess. So I'm gonna make a little stockpile right here for basically just corpse dumping. Actually, we already have one. What am I saying? We already have one right here. I don't know why they're not getting moved, but they should be getting moved. Maybe they were forbidden. I know I unforbid them because they're not forbidden right now. But maybe the last time people were over here, they were forbidden. You're still forbidden. Okay, so we'll unforbid you. And they should get moved over there eventually. We need to get them moved because that will start to cause mood issues. Oh, somebody killed the timber wolf. Did the polar bear do it? Where is the polar bear? Because that could be a problem. I don't see the polar bear. Hopefully he just kind of... Nope, there he is. He's going to start coming for us because he's going to run out of food and we're going to be the only potential food source around, so he is going to be something we have to deal with. I might want to just do that now. We'll treat it like a raid and like go after him in force. We may as well because the meat will keep for a really long time. Before I do that though, I'm just going to have a little stockpile out here. And we're going to say clear all. This is going to be critical priority. It's only going to be for clothing. Apparel. I don't know why that took me so long. And allow non-dead man's apparel. No. So only dead man's apparel is going to be here. But anything that is dead man's apparel is going to be prioritized over there. This one... Let's see. Yeah, it's going to be those three. They'll get moved over there. This isn't roofed, so they'll just deteriorate into nothing. But they'll be out of my way. And that's what I want. And you guys aren't going to spoil, right? Perfect. How many of them did we get? I was like, what the hell is happening right there? Dog's carrying a corpse. That's what's happening. We can hunt you. Did we get all of them? Nope, there's one there. There's got to be very few left, though. But yeah, we got to watch for that polar bear. I think in the morning we'll go deal with him. We'll wait until it warms up a little bit. Good, the horses are taking care of that for me. Good job, horses. Grace, why aren't you cooking? Oh, you're planting. That's not important. Like, let Cooper do that or something. I don't know. You should be cooking at all times. Always cooking. So yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to have coolers like so. That way, again, if there's like a heat wave or something during the summer, we can cool the base down as needed. And then right here, we'll have a heater. And that will allow us to heat it. And so we can just turn the coolers off when it's too cold. Or really, we can just set like a... I mean, yeah, we could turn them off just to save power. Because I think even if they are at the target temperature or beyond it in the direction, like in a favorable direction, then the cooler's not... It's not going to turn off completely. It's going to still drain a little bit of power. So we'll turn those off during the winter, and then during the summer we'll turn them on and turn the heaters off or something just to be more power efficient. Okay, so I've got a little like mining area set up here. This is going to be our greenhouses, I guess, for lack of a better word. And I'm trying to make sure that the mountain remains too thick all the way along. Obviously this isn't. That's where we're going to dig into. And then I'll just mine this off, or I'll wall it off with just regular granite walls. It should be good enough. Obviously, the regular granite is a little bit preferable just because it's nearly twice as strong. But in this case, I think it'll be fine. It's just one little part of it. And it makes a nice point of entry as well. So we're going to mine this out, and then we'll do transparent roofing over it. Same deal with these three. And we'll have them separated by whatever they're growing. So we'll do... I'll probably shift to corn. Corn is a better crop than potatoes, but it takes longer to grow. And that's why I did potatoes first, because I was hoping to get more yields before winter. Obviously, the cold snap completely ruined that. But we're making do. Still have a lot of strawberries. We did get some pretty good strawberry yields in. But yeah, we'll probably do one of strawberries, one of corn. And then this can be like 50-50 heel root and smoke leaf or something. I always try to do a little bit of smoke leaf just because early on it functions as a good like treatment for people that are in a lot of pain. You do need to be careful though if somebody is very bad in terms of consciousness when they're injured. You can kill them with smoke leaf. We learned that the hard way in our 40k playthrough, where a guy was recovering from an injury that he probably would have survived, but because he was in so much pain and about to mental break, I gave him a bit of smoke leaf just to kind of ease that, and the euphoric effects did help him, but the fact that it reduced his consciousness actually killed him. So yeah, it was pretty unfortunate. Okay, Grace is hopefully cranking out food. Don't eat the berries raw. Just cook. Like, it's so inefficient when they eat the berries raw. Especially when, well, I guess, no, there's still a good amount of meat lying around. She hasn't even really used any of it. But yeah, if we do, it's like 5 meat, 5 berries for, what do you call it, a fine meal or whatever. What are you making right now? She's still making simple meals. Why are you doing that? You have everything you need. Is it because I said no? I know why. It's because I said no berries. There we go. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Now she's cooking fine meals. That'll be a lot more efficient. And I said I was going to deal with some polar bears today. Got to take care of it now, because the last thing I need is to turn around and this thing is eating one of my horses or my dog or a pawn. So, I wish there was a way I could, like, control click on these guys. Everybody start coming out here. Everybody with a rifle, that is. That might be too close. As they get into this area, I'm going to hold them back a little, because I don't want anybody taking that thing on by themselves. But that'll be a pretty decent source of food for us. And I don't know how much polar bear skin we're going to get out of it, but we might be able to make something with it. Did we have a proper dog bed, by the way? No, we could look into that with some polar bear fur. Make him a real cozy bed. Where did you go? Okay, you're up there. There's also a lynx up there. The lynx can be dangerous too, because obviously they're going to be starving, so they're going to eat pretty much anything that wanders in front of them that is edible. Come on, pet it. Double time it, man. Oh, no. Okay, you've eaten recently. That's fine. The animals keep stealing the prisoner's food. Okay. Eventually I'll have a stockpile and we'll just have, like, a certain amount of meals set aside for them. Where do we want to set up? We want to have something to slow it down. So I like setting up behind these chunks because you move slower over the chunks. But there's really not a great place to do that. So I think what we'll do is pet it as usual. You're going to go take some shots. Oh, Fleming is starving. Why are you starving, dude? There's plenty of food around. Okay, get back. Come on, kill it, kill it, kill it. You need to release your animal. Okay, we got it. Call your animal back. And Fleming, you go eat. Cooper, I'm going to let you take care of this. Everybody else can go home. Fleming, go eat, man. Stop shooting. Just don't let it get back up, for the love of God. No, there's no way. Come on, man. Jesus Christ. Alright, there we go. Okay, Cooper, undraft and haul that thing back to base so we can cut it up and eat it. And so that's one threat off the board. The lynx is still dangerous, but it's far enough away where I'm not super concerned. But we did have somebody almost get eaten by a fox, so that's something we're about to. Oh, Lowell's eating this Arctic wolf. Okay. When you're done chewing on it, do you think you could haul it back? Because that would be kind of useful. I'm going to hunt that rabbit. any hunting we can do will be super helpful, because the more meat we can splice into our meals, the more efficient... Oh, right, you won't haul. Go refuel that. I don't know why, but they don't put very high priority on it. And so she won't cook if that thing's out of fuel. She'll just find something else to do, which is infuriating sometimes. Because if I don't catch it, I have to wait until a hauler gets around to it. And sometimes that can take a while. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is... There's really no reason to put a heater in there yet. Here's what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to do. Okay. Build that there. Do me a favor. And let's go to structures. Do some granite doors. And those are going to be temporary, so that we can eventually put the coolers in there. But that way we can close this off. And I'll just forbid the doors or something. Actually... Technically, a wall is cheaper. We could just take down the walls later. Yeah, let's just do that. That makes more sense. I just don't want our heater, you know, venting all the cold. Hold that for now. Actually, do this one. Hold it for now. And give me a heater in here. Which I have no problem building that. And that way we can start opening these vents up and heating the base. I'll probably open them both. Definitely want to open it to here. I guess if we open it to here, we're technically opening it to... Well, no, because that's still enclosed. It's a bit chilly in there, but that's not the worst thing in the world. We'll see. We'll see. As long as their bedrooms are nice, comfy temperature, it should be fine. But it is going to slow down... Well, just this bench, really. And Petit, what are you up to? You're hunting. Right. I kind of need you making coats more than I need you hunting. But I think he's done. I hope he's done. Nobody's hauled that corpse yet. Or that one. Uh-oh. Petit just pissed off a caribou. Hopefully he can kill it. Okay, you got it. I was going to say, like, one good hit from that thing could do some serious damage. Alright. Well, let me check the time. Yeah, that's what I thought. So I'm probably going to end the episode here. It's getting close to about 50 minutes. So I'll have to edit this down to the usual, like, 30 or so. Unfortunately, we didn't manage to add anybody to our colony today, nor were we able to take any prisoners that we could add later. We did get ourselves quite a bit of food, though. We made a bloody mess doing it. But we did get quite a bit of food, and we have material to start making long coats with now. So... we'll have long coats for just about everybody, so that at least during the winter months they'll be nice and cozy, and we don't need to worry about hypothermia while they're outside fighting. And aside from that lynx, I don't think there's anything really dangerous in terms of wildlife on the map anymore, so at least there's that. We're slightly more safe than we were. There's also a lot of compacted machinery we still need to dig out. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I had a great time playing some RimWorld with you, and I look forward to seeing you guys back here for the next episode.